Oh, and we're back, and it's the new year. I'm pretty excited. It's Spilled Ink, the Comix Wellspring live drawing show where we're spilling ink and spilling tea. And of course, I'm your host, Brandon Bloxdorf. I'm so excited for. We haven't done an episode in 2 weeks. I have been drawing. I've been pretty busy, actually. If I had my iPad out, I could show you guys all the stuff I've been doing. But I'm excited to catch up with everybody and the cast and the crew and just oh man, I missed the show. I missed the show. I miss everyone being here. So, well, with me, of course, is my amazing dude. I don't even know what you're working on. Oh, is that the Sploding Tober zine? Is that what that looks like?
It
Did I
is,
call that
yeah.
right?
So I'm not going to be really drawing today. I'm just going to be cutting up zines and sewing them together and stuff. But
Ooh,
this is the full size screen printed sheet that we do, double sided, and then it turns into this by the end of it.
love it.
So yeah, that's what
That's
I'm
sick.
doing. Right.
What's cool? What do you we'll talk about what we all worked on after we do intros. But dude, I'm excited to see you put that all together. That's gonna be fun to talk about. Um, and then we're doing a themed episode today, kind of, because I have to work on stuff, and so does Eric. So that's where it bounced off. But we're talking about designing back covers. So I'm working on the back cover of Stoner Wars, and so I'm putting that together. It's like I just need this in the interior and interior back page to design. So I want to knock this out tonight. Do some traditional stuff. I'm gonna be. I was doing it on my iPad, and I'm like, oh my gosh, Sebastian. But I printed it out. I'm gonna throw it on the what is this called? Light box. There you go. That's the word I was looking for. It was like light board, box light. Sebastian saying hi. But also we have speaking of Eric, hello Eric Allred. It's been a minute. It's been since Animal Man, I think.
Yeah, since I made everybody draw Animal Man.
It was a great one. That's one of my favorite drawings I've ever done. Sebastian, dude, that's my food, man.
Sick.
Get away. Um, how are you? You have a Kickstarter coming out next week.
Yeah,
I'm excited to talk about it.
yeah, we launch Outer Space issue 3 this coming Tuesday, the 13th. We got a bunch of fun stuff for that, but yeah, tonight I'm just working on a little offshoot of Outer Space.
And
Love
here's
it.
that animal
This is
drawing that I did from that last stream,
Uh,
or from last time Eric was on, at least.
yeah, I love that one.
Ooh, so good, dude. That's a really good one. I forgot how cool that was. Sorry, I was chewing for a second. I thought you were going to talk longer. And then we also have a returning guest, Aaron Z. Lee, because I guess you're not back in school yet. So I'm so excited that you're here and hanging out with us.
Well, no, I'm just. Well, actually, I took the day off tomorrow because it's my daughter's birthday, so we're gonna do some fun stuff. So I'm kind of playing hooky tomorrow, so I can stay up late.
Oh, that's cool. Nice. Love to hear that. Glad you're hanging out with us tonight. Then good to have you talk about your holiday and whatnot. It's been I forgot the last episode you're on. You're on in December recently.
Yeah, because I just see all these
Yeah.
things pop up, and I watch them when I work on them, work on stuff. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do some of those again.
Yeah, we missed you. Missed you a lot.
Oh, well, thank you.
And we have the new guest hanging out with us. Thanks for jumping in on the Discord chat, Greg Diggs. How you doing, man? Excited to have you here.
I appreciate you guys for having me. I'm doing pretty well, actually. Just working on a bit of a passion project I've been kind of thinking about for at least the past year or two. So I'm hoping to be able to get a little bit more leeway on that than where I have been.
Oh, well, let's start the convo with that. What's the book about? What do you been digging at?
Well, initially, whenever I started writing, maybe about 3 years ago, it was Fallout fan fiction with a friend. And, we mixed in, a little bit of lore of Skyrim because we, thought of them kind of existing in the same universe, but just different time periods. And it got
That's
to a
cool.
point where, we were like, you know what? Why don't we just create our own thing? And at that time I wasn't into art, but now that I am, unfortunately, he's not doing any writing anymore. But we had this agreement between the both of us that if either one of us stopped working on it, we both always have access to the notes, so we could both do whatever we wanted with it because we want it to be like a expanded universe.
I love
But
that. That's
yeah,
that's part of making comics too, is figuring out with those relationships and whatnot. I think we've all been there.
yeah, man. It surprised me a bit whenever he wanted to stop. 'Cause it was in the middle of us having a podcast where we were kind of posting some of the stories we were making, at least with the fan fiction at first. But he just wanted to focus on this 9 to 5, and I know it was a lot to handle, so I can't exactly blame him for that. But I thought we made such an awesome story. There was some sort of way I had to make it come to life. So I had all this lore that I wanted to use from, that, and a few ideas in mind about just a barbarian creature. So I wanted to chase that a bit.
Ooh, dude, that's sick. And so you working on the cover tonight? You said.
Yes, sir.
Oh man, that's sick. And use a red pencil. I use blue now. I have a lot of people telling me red and green are a lot of fun to mess with.
Really? I'll have to try that out. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Jake Parker always uses orange.
Love Jake Parker,
that's cool.
dude.
That's his signature color is orange.
That's rad. Dude, that's sick. So what's your goal this year to work on this? Like how soon are you trying to complete it? Do you think you want to crowdfund it, kickstart it or anything?
Usually I fund these things on my own. Not saying I'm like have any big bucks or anything at all, not even close to it. But usually I do like a small release to kind of do like a minimum viable product, see exactly how it sells and everything of the sort. And I have a few relationships with a couple of local stores where I could sell them in there. So I would say with this particular one, I might go the route of crowdfunding just because I have a little bit more of a platform to stand on. But as of right now, I'm hoping to be at least able to release it within the next 2 months. That's the main goal.
Oh, cool.
Wow.
Sweet. That's super sick.
I
Definitely
appreciate
will
that.
have you on the show in the next couple of weeks to make sure you're getting some time to work on that. And it's gonna be sick to see it come together.
I appreciate that. Most definitely.
It's a lot of fun seeing like some of the projects that come alive like through the show, even our own and whatnot. I mean, Max's whole book came from the show, and even this one. These were all pages I started because we were trying to do comic book pages last May, and so I've kind of slowly made a book, and it's cool seeing the evolution that just comes out of us hanging out every Thursday night.
Yeah, that's amazing, man. Can't say I've had anything like that.
And the Discord channels, I'm sure it's going to make it a lot more fun too. It's been so cool starting that up. So thanks for jumping on that.
Oh, of course.
And John Goodardi, this is a good question for everybody. Just for a process. When inking artwork, am I supposed to use tracing paper or Bristol paper?
Well, I mean, you can use either. Bristol's good. Bristol's great for ink.
Yeah, Bristol takes your ink really well. The tracing paper won't take your ink very well. But the tracing paper can be useful for some overlays or for figuring stuff out. But yeah, a good bright light box will solve most problems if you're trying to transfer pencils to inks or anything like that.
Yes. Indeed.
Can you break that down a bit more, Max? Like what's like the use of tracing paper? I have tracing paper. I've used it like on one or two things just to experiment, but I'm like, unless I'm trying to practice, why would I want to use tracing paper?
You can use tracing paper to essentially mimic like digital tools, right? So like let's say you draw something and you really like how you drew it, but it needs to be moved elsewhere. You can use the tracing paper to essentially transfer that drawing to another piece of paper, the tracing paper, and then rub it off onto another part of your page. You can even, if you get real tricky with it, you can even resize stuff using tracing paper. But that requires a bunch of math and technical knowledge. But yeah, or like if you wanted to map out your like speech balloons, right? You can map out your speech balloons on the tracing paper and then lay it over so you know where they go,
which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, and the same thing with oh shoot, I forgot what the heck I was saying. Crap.
Placing those speech bubbles, right?
Yeah. No, there was something else that you can use the tracing for as like a placeholder. Oh, if you're doing painted pages or like traditionally colored pages, you can put your inks or essentially your line work onto tracing paper and then lay it over whatever surface you're using to paint on, and essentially have your colors and your ink separated, but physically.
Is that like the blue line kind of thing?
Yeah, it's essentially like blue line. Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
That's cool. Yeah, I've always wanted to know what I could do more with it. Like I just to utilize it.
I can't say I've ever used it myself. I've always, kept some Bristol board on me, but even at that, I actually just ran out of some, so I need to go shopping.
We gotta get you that CWS blue line paper.
Ooh,
you can
amazing.
You can even actually get even more creative with tracing paper and use it for like effects, right? Because most tracing paper isn't actually clear; it's got a haze to it. So you could like draw something on your page and then like a background or something, and then draw your character on tracing paper, and then cut it out and paste it on.
No
and
way.
then now your character is translucent like a ghost or something.
Ooh, that's a cool effect.
That's sick.
That's pretty awesome. I've been wanting to figure out something with front covers. I forgot the YouTuber, but this guy used to be so creative whenever it came to just front and back covers. But he had like a translucent film that he like cut out, the front cover like a little square, and he has his main characters on the inside cover, and he drew like I think it was like an ice box or something over it, so it looked like kids in a freezer, like there's this imminent danger and they're trying to break out. And I thought that idea of the cover itself was just so alluring and so interesting and intricate. I would like to attempt something like it.
That's rad.
Was that Circworks?
Yes.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. That was cool.
It's elevated sketch covers, sort of.
Sorry, I'm like super focused right now. Yeah, I think I want to experiment more with stuff like that this year. I want to get like, I use so much Zipatone when I use my iPad. I really want to get it traditionally and just try to mess with that. I know it's a lot of work, but I think it'd be a lot of fun.
Milo got me screen tone for Christmas.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man.
Have you guys seen the screen stamps that they sell? I don't remember the name. You know what I'm talking about?
No, I have no clue.
Not at all.
Jesse Lonergan, if you know him, he did Jerome.
And
Tony McMillan. They will do sketches and stuff. I should look it up and post it in the chat or something. But there are these stamps that replicate like lines and dots, and they're stamps. So you take them and you press them into the ink, and then you press them down onto your paper to create that halftone pattern. And you can do it after the drawing. You can do it before the drawing. But it's ink is a lot cheaper than the screen tone. I mean, the stamps themselves I think are like $26 a piece. But once you have that grid, like you can use that forever.
How big are the stamps?
I think they're like, it's I don't know. They're not huge. maybe like that.
Like 3x4.
Yeah, I think so. They're not huge.
Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I saw that and I like started dumping a bunch of them into the checkout thing, and I was like, hold up, do I need to spend like $160 on this right now? It's like let's hit the brakes here. But I am gonna get one eventually.
Yeah, I'd love to check that out, dude. Super love to see that. Yeah, I want to experiment because I do so much of it on my iPad, and it's cool, but just want to do everything.
It is cool to like work on the computer. I did a printout. I did my pencils digitally because I want to do more traditional inks. It's nice to see it at the actual size because I like never see it this big.
Oh, right? Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense. I thought about going to the library and printing out some stuff just to see it how it'll look like a page printed, you know?
Yeah.
We have a 11x17 printer. I don't know if I could put Bristol board in there, but I think that's something cool just to test out sizing wise.
Yeah. I'm lucky. I have an 11x17 scanner, and then there's also one at work that's even bigger than that I can use.
Oh, that's cool. Jeff DeMar sent me a link for a really cool one, and it goes on sale. And it's the one that he uses, and because he does all his pencils digitally, and he inks everything traditionally. So I was like, that's smart.
Oh, for an 11x17 printer or a scanner?
What prints?
Okay, well then it's a printer. Does it have an 11x17 scan bed on it?
I guess so. I don't know. Let me send you the link. I haven't really looked at it because I saw it and I was like, I can't afford it. I don't want to look too much into it because I'm just going to be sad, or I'm going to spend money that I don't have right now.
Yeah,
but it was like $200, and it was like, that's pretty sick.
Oh yeah, yeah. I have a 13x19 printer, but it doesn't. It only has a legal size scan bed, which is 8.5x14. So I end up stitching my scans together, or I go to the local shop to get them scanned.
So I'm gonna put this. So if you guys are part of our Discord group, you guys can see it. So join our Discord. There's a link here, and let's see here. Sorry, I gotta pull it up. But yeah, it's a pretty cool, cool looking scanner. Ooh, making comics. You know what? I'll put it in the making comics one. There you go. I heard everyone's Discord go off right now. It's adorable.
Oh yeah, the Epson workforce.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty sick. It's like $229 right now. That's not bad.
No, that's not bad at all. What gets you is the ink.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, so my printer cost, I don't even know. It cost a lot of money. But it's got tank reservoir for ink. So I've had the same ink.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had the same ink for like over a year. And I still haven't
I'm barely about to refill my black. And I've printed so much with this printer since I got it. Dude, you told me when I got it. That's how long I've gone.
Yeah.
We had a whole printer conversation like 2 years ago. Yeah, I think you remember that.
Yeah, man. The eco tanks are sick.
Yeah, I forgot the type of printer I wound up picking up. It was just some spur of the moment decision from Walmart because I saw normal price was like $200 and it was on sale for probably like $104. It was just because someone had just opened it and returned it because they didn't feel like investing in the ink. I looked at how much the ink was. I think it was like a dual cartridge was probably like $40, and then I had all my colors. So I was like, okay, that's not too bad. But now I'm out of ink, and my car is kind of out of commission. Alternator went kaput, so don't feel like doing that. Might have to do Walmart Plus or something as far as going there to get it. But cars gotta come first.
Every time you make an advancement in life, your car has to do something, dude.
Yeah.
Has to
You know, I
humble
knew.
Yeah, it's to
True.
humble you. Yeah.
you.
You know, because I did have an art show and everything. I was like, you know what? All I had to do was change out the key fob battery. I figured that was going to be easy. All of a sudden, the alternator's bad. I was like, oh, well, it must have always been bad. And the whole car was running off the strength of the battery the entire time.
Oh, dang.
Mind you, I know nothing about cars. I had to learn that in a matter of 2 weeks.
Dude, I feel that. I feel that. Dude, last year, Eric came to visit for a festival that we were tabling at, and we had to go to DC, and went to park to get some food while we were waiting for our friend to arrive at the train station. And when we parked in DC, like the way I pulled in, it like bumped the curb, but it was like the what was it? Like the gutter, like
Yeah.
it had this like metal like covering on it, and it was popping out a piece of the metal, and it popped my tire, dude. And
What?
dude, I've never had to change a tire in my entire life. I swear to God, like I've just never had to do that. And then I'm so glad Eric was with me, dude, because I was just like, dude, I don't even know what to do. Like, why would I fucking do this? And we had to
That was
like we were just covered in sweat trying to like change it in like the middle of summer in July heat.
Yeah, it was like July
Yeah.
9th. Terribly hot.
Gosh.
Somebody just walked across
About-
the street and goes, your tires popped. That's your apartment.
We're just like, thanks.
Thanks.
Appreciate that. Yeah, we felt it. Dude, yeah, then oh man, we had to go because I realized like the way we had a bunch of comics in the car. Like it was a heavy, we had all of like Eric's luggage, and then Javi was gonna bring his stuff in his luggage, and then it was packed with comics because we were supposed to unload, but because of all this shenanigans that happened, like we missed the unload time because everyone's stuff was delayed, and then it was a mess. And so we we're driving with the donut, and we're like, there's no way we're gonna make it like an hour and a half back to Winchester. So we found a 24/7 tire replacement place, and
Nice.
we sat in line for what, like 2.5
Like 2
hours?
That was crazy.
Jeez.
Because the roads are so bad in DC, because there's zero infrastructure, nobody cares about anything. People's cars just get fucked up.
Oh my gosh.
It's DC, man. Yeah.
Yeah,
Those rough
it was-
DC streets, dude.
Crazy.
I've been there.
dude. And then we saw like a car driving by, and they were like, it was like 3 of their tires were like popped. It was something insane, and they were like, they couldn't decide if they were gonna stay and wait in line or go somewhere else. So we saw them leave, and then we saw them like flop back over and get in line. It was like tuk, 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 tuk.
That's how the streets were in Fullerton when I was living there and going to college.
Oh man, I bet.
But mechanics
it
make
was-
a killing over there.
Dude, yeah. I mean, those guys were non-stop for sure. Like, it was a good
That's why
time.
there's 24-hour tire shops in DC.
Ooh, this was perfect. Let me just make sure I do it. Oh, if it's not straight, I'll fix it on my iPad.
You know, I knew I was working on my iPad for too long whenever I went back to traditional, and I was double clicking to undo, like on a sheet of paper. I was like, what the hell's going on? Until it
Oh,
finally
dude,
clicked. I was like, oh.
Dude, I haven't learned any of the gestures because of that. Like, I accidentally learned that when you double tap your pencil, it does erase, and you double tap it again, and it goes back to your pencil. Like, I found that out by accident. Like, I'm trying not to get any of the iPad habits and triggers, but they're so convenient, man. It is.
Yeah.
It is hard not to.
Yeah, I had to take a break from my iPad whenever I went to one of my art events, and I had a customer come up to me, and she was like, I had all these different prints and stuff, and she was like, "Do you have any traditional work with you?" And at the time, I'd worked it traditionally for about maybe 6 months. I was just focused purely on just digital comics and things of that nature, and so unfortunately, I didn't. And she was good, and I was like, you know what? No, I think she bought a print instead, but I was like, you know what? I should get back to my roots. You know?
I feel that. That's why I did digital so much last year. I was like, I just want to get good at it so I know how to utilize all. It's just another tool, you know? I want to
Exactly.
learn a lot of tools. Be
And
fluent enough to know when to utilize them or not.
exactly.
Do you
Then
guys have any shows planned for 2026?
I do not.
I don't.
Yet.
I've got local ones.
a
I know I'm going to a show probably. Like I'm 90% sure right now, 95% sure, but I'm not like tabling or anything yet.
Are you talking about OAX?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we got it. I got my ticket, man. Well, I got
Okay,
my
oh.
plane ticket, not my
Okay.
not my convention ticket.
I should be able to cover that for you. I don't know if I should
All
have
right.
said that on air, but you're the co-host of this. You should get a ticket
Well,
covered.
we'll talk about it later. But I didn't
Yeah.
know if you're confirmed going or not yet.
I'm waiting for Kazra to reply to my email.
Gotcha.
He's actually coming on Inspired Inc. in not this
hell yeah.
this Monday. We have
Nice.
Anthony Marquez, the president of the Kubert School, on, and then the
Whoa.
following week we have Kazra on.
Sweet, dude. Kazra's big return to the Inspired Inc. platform.
I saw he was on what is it? Ink Pulp.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool. I love that. Roman was saying, hello, Roman. Thanks for, you also said, made it to another year. Great. Everyone, thank you, everyone in the chat. Everyone's being so sweet. He said, my Vision Comics Dracula's on the way. Yeah, I got my email today too. I'm super hyped. If everyone remembers Eric and his amazing, actually, it's the greatest pitch ever. And he fights Dracula. But I'm super hyped for that book. Our dude Saboteur, we were just talking about tracing paper. I feel like you should have, I don't know. What do you know about tracing paper, Saboteur? What do you use it for? I feel like you're the one to answer that question out of everybody. Well, I've had my nib, but I did not clean it last time. I feel bad. I need to clean my nib more.
I bought a bunch
really
of
got-
nibs for my classroom because I was making them. My students use the pen and ink, and they had a bunch of nibs that had like a flat round tip that was kind of bent back. And at first, I really kind of didn't like them, but they've held up good, and they have like a good like ink flow. They kind of have grown on me. So that's my ink nib story.
I love using it. It gets the right point that I like out of stuff. So I have to run downstairs and get my ink because I didn't carry it up here. Saboteur also said, laugh out loud, I don't use it unless I'm applying text over an image or something really bad happens. Yeah, no, let me go grab my ink from downstairs. I totally spaced that out. And a paper towel, probably.
I have India ink that I've only got into a little bit because I kind of juggle a lot of things. So I'm also learning how to tattoo.
Oh,
Like I have my gun and everything behind me. I have to work on a Pokemon tattoo of Gengar. Probably wind up doing that later tonight unless I really get wrapped up in this. So it balancing quite a few things, but right now that's mainly what's taking a bit of attention.
Are you still practicing on skins or on yourself or willing sacrifices or what?
So I do have a collection of willing sacrifices, but
Gotcha.
as of right now, I'm mainly working on fake skin until I'm comfortable enough to, fully tattoo on someone.
Sweet. Yeah,
I,
Milo.
uh, I,
My partner Milo does tattooing. So I was wondering.
Oh, sweet. I'd love to see some work
I've been
sometime.
I have a couple. I was the experiment for a couple friends, so I have a couple homemade tattoos. Got to support,
Heck yeah, man. I would say it definitely has its differences, but because I've always been in love with line work, it pretty much is the same thing. I realized just instead of brushes, just needles, just kind of simple things like that, and then realizing the certain needles that I did need. But I think here in Texas, you just need the blood pathogen test, and pretty much you're good. Like after that, I mean, you can get what do you call it? I'm blanking right now. It's been a long day.
An apprenticeship.
There we go. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could get one. I have one that's kind of pending at the moment. I told them I'd rather just wait until I know I got it. But we'll see. I gotta build that portfolio some.
Yeah, each state is different, man, and so it kind of becomes a pain in the butt in some places.
I can only imagine so, especially if you ever decide to be mobile with it,
Well, there's exceptions to that. As long as you have a license in a state, usually you can apply for temporary licenses.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Where in Texas are you, dude?
San Antonio.
What?
Oh.
Freaking 30 minutes from me.
Really?
I'm just outside of Austin, so I mean it's maybe a little bit longer. It's depending on your speed and traffic, but yeah, that's crazy. I just did Casa back. Me and my writing partner Ben Collins back in was that November?
Yeah, I want to say it was.
Back in November,
Yeah.
in Antonio. That was a good show. I liked it.
That's crazy, man. I'd definitely like to meet you sometime.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
I'm pretty.
I'll catch you at one of these Casas.
Or just meet up, hang out, comic meetup thing. Whichever.
Very true.
I'm pretty easy.
Dude, yeah, and I'm from El Paso, Texas. I live in Virginia now, but I grew up in. Even though that's like 10 hours from you.
So why'd you betray us then, bro? Huh?
Oh, that was life. That was purely life. That was.
You had to get out of there.
Yeah, I had to get out of there, man.
Understand.
El Paso was like a nowhere town in a big way, so I had to bail. Nobody goes to El Paso. Everyone leaves. It's one of those. People go to San Antonio and Austin.
True.
Kev here says Casa was a good show. Oh, dude. We have more Casa connections here.
Yeah. That was fun.
You guys gotta link up.
Heck yeah. Outer Space comic or Eric and Allred. Texas folks.
No,
Yeah, his
originally
links
I'm
are
from
in-
Florida.
Oh. Well, Eric went to school in Florida.
I did.
Really, where at?
In the Orlando Winter Park area.
Beautiful area. I only got to visit very briefly, but I'm born in Pensacola, raised in Molino, like a river separated from Alabama.
Yeah. Or you don't have to be nice about Orlando. It's a shithole. So, it rains every fucking day, and yeah, that's why I got out of Florida. I mean, not any better really in Texas with the heat, but I'm originally from Chicago, so.
Let me tell you what, Eric. Do not start talking about the rain. Where I live, it's a nightmare, man.
Completely different. I just mean like it's like every day at noon it would rain in Orlando, without a doubt, and then it would be humid from there on out.
Yeah. No, my dad works down in Florida, and so I'm definitely familiar with the spontaneity of Florida weather, man.
Yes.
Dude, the one time I was in Orlando and it just started raining and it was just like an insane downpour. We were just like, "What the hell?" Like we knew we were prepared for rain, but we didn't realize like how insane that rain could go from zero to insane out of nowhere. Especially being a desert rat, you know what I mean? Like I didn't know
Oh yeah.
anything about that. Like
How insane the rain.
You know, oddly enough, okay, I do like the rain, but I hate wet clothes. You know,
oh,
so
vibes,
if I
yeah.
feel-
Yeah.
you know, it's as long as I have nothing to do, right? Like, say I could draw and listen to the rain or whatever, and have some music
Yeah.
playing. I'm chill.
I like being cozy and it raining outside is what I like, yeah.
Yes.
Some of these San Antonio days have definitely been for the birds. Can't lie. Like it's cold for like maybe a couple of days and scalding hot the next.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Recently, it's been so up and down. I've been getting sick. I'm sick over freaking Christmas. It's nuts.
Oh man.
Just
Dude, everybody was sick over Christmas, it sounded like.
I think everybody's still sick, man.
yeah.
Yeah, straight up.
I've been slowly but surely dodging it. Now I did have to take care of, I have a 3-year-old turns 4 on the 13th and a
No way.
8-year-old.
Ooh.
Yeah.
My daughter's turning
Yeah.
4 tomorrow.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, happy early birthday.
Oh, well, I will pass it on to her. Thank you.
Yeah, that's amazing, man. What do you guys have planned?
Hopefully we're gonna go to a Build-A-Bear at a local mall, and we'll go to a children's museum.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
I think it's fun. I like seeing her. I mean, you probably have the same experience where like you like to see like how happy she is by stuff.
Yeah, of course. Man, there's a place here called the Doozium. They say it's for kids, but I think adults could have a fair share of fun there too.
Of course.
I got stuck. It's over this gigantic computer called the Never Ending Story, and ever since that place opened, people would just add paragraphs and paragraphs to this random story.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was like one of the coolest things I've ever seen. I mean, my kids at the time were too young to appreciate it. But I was like, I just gotta stay here and write this story, like just real quick. But yeah, so many different things, man. I'd like to go back there sometime soon.
There's a children's museum. Well, it's called the Museum of Play. It's in I'm in upstate New York, and it's in this city called Rochester, and they have a lot of like activities and stuff for kids. But they have like a history of toys and games.
Oh, that's so cool.
It's really big. And they have like a grocery store, and they have the Sesame Street steps recreated. We didn't get to go over break because the winter weather was a little bit too crazy, but we'll probably end up taking her in the spring sometime.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, it's fun. I like that kind of stuff. Nostalgia.
Of course. I had to kind of culture my stepson because we're walking through Walmart, and it's close to Christmas time at the time, and he's like,
Yeah.
Hey, who's that snowman? And I was like, are you talking about Frosty? I said it so loud. I was like, nah, man, you need a lesson in Frosty.
I was looking up
in these schools. I'm sorry.
I was looking up free movies on archive.org because I'm always trying to figure out like legal ways to movies. Of course, we pay for all the streaming things too, but I don't know. There's something about like digging to the bottom of the garbage barrel Like I want that more than the stuff we pay for.
Oh yeah.
But Frosty the Snowman is on archive.org to watch for free.
Really? I'm about to check that out. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I mean it's probably on YouTube too, but I don't know. I'd like to dig.
Heck yeah.
Someone just dropped, I think in the chat, archive.org has all the like Wizard magazines now popping up.
Oh,
And I was
snap.
like, ooh, that's gonna be a fun
Oh,
day.
Nice.
they've got a lot of good comics on there. Like they've got a ton of heavy metals and the Warren magazines.
Oh, I never thought about looking for those. Wow.
I believe I
there's
own one of the
I'm
heavy
obsessed
metals.
with the creepy and eerie.
No, I think I own one of the heavy metals. Like there was a guy whenever I was working at GameStop, he stopped by trying to sell comic books to us. And
Yeah.
it was at a time where I guess they used to do that. I was like, I wish I was working here when that happened. But
Yeah.
no, they didn't do that anymore. So he was like, oh well, I'm not going to a pawn shop. So at first he was just gonna, I think he said he was gonna try to see if he could sell it on the side of our store or something just really quick. And I was like, you know what? I really love comics. I don't want you to waste your time here. So how much do you want for the whole box?
Nice.
And yeah, he said 50. And I was like, are you sure, man? Because I was looking through quite a few of those issues. And I was like, man, some of this stuff is just vintage. Like, I think you should really, look through this box before you decide to settle on a price. He's like, nah, man, I don't really care. So he sold me the box for $50. And one of those comics alone, I think, is like about reselling 200 on eBay.
Wow.
Yeah. I wish I could tell him afterwards, but he didn't give me any contact information. I was like, hey, I'd at least like to be fair about some of these things, but yeah, it just is what it is.
Yeah, I get just like sometimes you just want to get rid of stuff.
Very true. Don't really have the time to shop around or anything. Just like, nah, it's
Yeah.
gotta go.
Yeah. I did a bunch of that with my a bunch of comics. I just had too many. I think I donated like 2 or 3 long boxes to a thrift store right around here. Just had too much. Like there's a shop like an hour and a half away from here that was doing a sale where you could literally get I think it was like 20 comics for $1, and they had a bunch. And they had a bunch of like the 90s Marvel stuff in there that I had like heard of but like never had read. Like the C tier stuff like Nomad and like when Marvel they still pump out a ton of stuff. But they were just like publishing a bajillion things. Like all these things you saw in like the bullpen bulletin of like what was coming out but never actually saw in real life. So I was like, it's $1. So I just picked up like 2 or 3 long boxes of stuff. And then after you read it, it's like, this doesn't need to exist in my physical space forever.
Very true. You're right. I should learn that lesson.
It's not easy. I mean, we're probably all in the same boat. I have not mastered it by any means.
Oh yeah, dude. I'm actually, there's a shop down the street that will buy stuff back to the media, and I'm thinking about hitting them up to get rid of a bulk of stuff. But I also thought about doing like a whatnot channel. I just don't know if I want to add that to my workload.
I hear you.
But
I used to do that. It's a lot, man.
right, it's like another side hustle, huh?
Yeah, and then I don't know if they figured out the UI any at all, but there were even points where I couldn't figure out how to sell my stuff. So I went to another shop because I used to make art for voice actors, and like they were like down the street from me. So I'd go to the store, just pay the entry fee, which is usually like $5, maybe 10 at most, and give them some art and a podcast offer when I had one. So they had that store, a whatnot channel running where they were, doing autographs, things of that nature. And I asked them while I was there, I was like, hey, how did you figure out how to sell anything? Honestly, we're still figuring it out too. I was like, what? So I had no good advice on that.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I gotta explore. It's another new platform to learn too. Like, I don't, you know, it's a whole thing. But I need to get rid of stuff, dude. If I have to move at all in the next couple years, like, dude, I'm not moving all this stuff again. I moved 3 times, 3 years in a row, and it was like the hardest thing in the world. Using moving, I have like 44 boxes and so many trades and omnibuses and
You need
lugs.
you need a central location for the Apollo City Community Library.
Yep. No, for real, that would be perfect. That
We
would be
just dump
amazing.
all of our collections in there.
That would be beautiful, dude. I would love that, man. How cool would that be? God. Because like I hate getting rid of it too. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of stuff you're like, I don't want to like necessarily get rid of.
Yeah, you don't want to ask my advice on that because my advice is don't get rid of anything.
Hey, my kind of guy.
I'm very much like I think streaming is freaking theft, man. Like I want to own my materials and be able to access it whenever I want to and like have my collection, you know. I think now you can kind of like digitize stuff and move on, right? You can have a digital collection too. But
It's not
I
the
think
same.
no, but I do think that you should own your stuff, you know.
Yeah, not like the license.
Yeah.
100%. Let me catch up on the chat here. Any shows in Central Texas in the next few months you guys know about?
I got an email about pancakes and booze coming around. I mean, it was relatively cool the time I went, but I could say on the creator side, I didn't like the lack of transparency because we didn't know people were getting charged at the door until like the day before.
Oh,
So,
wow.
yeah, that's what kind of limited everything. Because at first we're thinking it's a free event. At that time, I didn't know to ask more questions, but it turned out to be like maybe, I think it was $15 the week of for a ticket or $20 a day of. But if you do pay it, I mean, free pancakes and booze at the price of $20.
It's pretty dope. That's super dope.
Right?
State in April.
Yeah, Staple.
Um,
The 18th, I think.
mm-hmm. Something like that, I think so.
You know, if you check out your local half-price books, you can always pop up on either an art show or someone selling their stuff, because that's usually what I do too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's free too. No deposits, none. You have the table ready for you, a chair. You just sit there and sell all day.
That's rather that you do that.
No, it does.
I love half price books, dude. I miss that place. That's El Paso didn't have one, but I'd always go when I went to like Dallas or whatever.
El Paso doesn't have one? That's crazy.
No, that's whack. It's whack.
El Paso doesn't have shit.
Yeah.
I'm
Man.
just making shit up.
I know. I'm in Winchester, and I have had more success in 3 years than I did in 30 there.
That's
I'll
crazy.
tell you that much. And Kev was also asking, do y'all hang on to your free comic book day comics? If you do, which one? I do, and I hang on for them way too long, but I try to toss them in like, I used to toss them in orders. I need to do that again. However, my bathroom downstairs, we started putting comic book pages up, so we use those sometimes. So it's kind of cool. Try to make use of them somehow. But no, I hold on to them for a while, but I should be getting rid of them. Hey, dude, I heard you're doing maybe doing a variant cover for Finding Kismet.
What's up, Knob? Happy to have you
Dude,
here.
Knob. Sorry, I'm stuffy, and I think when I was trying to say knob, it didn't like come out. I got like super stuffy in the last like 15 minutes.
Here you go. Here's first one done on stream.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, look at that beast.
50 minutes.
It's technically 90% done because I have to trim the edges off, but I ended up buying a guillotine cutter with my Christmas money, so I'm waiting on that to get here so that I can have actually nice, crisp, clean edges instead of doing it by hand and having it get all messed up. See, mine is like that, Eric, but it's like 250 times stronger than that.
Yeah, this is flimsy as shit.
Yeah, I think mine can cut through a whole ream of paper.
Oh shit!
Oh wow.
Yeah.
My wife uses that to cut sewing patterns, so I just steal it to cut the mini comics.
Yep, that's what. Yeah, I've got a little guillotine trimmer that I've been using too. But for like cutting through the edge of this to get it to be straight, I need it. I need a guillotine trimmer, a proper one.
For a nice face trim.
Yep, I gotta do the edges too. These top and bottom edges.
Sorry, I'm focusing like hardcore right now. Eric, why don't you tell us about the OS Kickstarter?
Yes. So we're launching issue 3.
What is OS?
It's outer spaced. It is a cosmic cannabis-infused comedy adventure mixed with sci-fi and aliens. Yeah. So basically, after aliens invade the world, everybody is rounded up and put into the global space force in order to combat these aliens. And nobody's happy about it. And we follow a little group of ragtag group of stoners as they try to not lose their high and survive intergalactic war. But we're on issue 3.
Nice.
Issue 1 and 2 are available at ApolloCityComics.com. There's a plug. But yeah, we launch on Tuesday the 13th. We're doing a little 30-day campaign for issue 3. Issue 3 is like 80% done, so we're moving pretty quickly through it. But yeah, we'll be launching with a couple of different videos and some cool rewards, including, we have our original cover by our series artist Jackie Venturini and Anton Blake.
Yeah.
He did
He's the man.
Yeah, he is. He did a variant cover for issue 3, and it's absolutely wonderful. Let's see real quick here. If I can pull up his cover.
Do you have it with you?
I don't have it printed. I'm just looking
Oh.
for like a shitty image on my phone. I'll be honest with you.
Oh, yeah. If you could upload it to into the StreamYard too, if you want. On that little plus icon that looks like a share screen, you can add an image file and it'll post it up.
I don't think I have it on this computer actually. My laptop.
Ooh, getting done the variant cover, hopefully done this weekend. Dude, that's sick. I was just talking to Jeff about tiers and setting up that Kickstarter. Finding Kismet launching June 2026.
Hell yeah.
So I'm doing like very specific points in this right now, and I'm having to concentrate hardcore.
It's all good.
I still have yet to get my hands on the variant cover that I did for Outer Space. I still love that cover, man. I think that's one of my favorite variant covers I've done.
Dude, I have it on the wall here. Your OG.
Oh, hell yeah. I forgot I gave that to you. Gonna be completely honest.
Yeah, no, I fucking love that. So, especially. Um, yeah.
I know I owe Max a box of stuff, and what sucks is that like the box kept growing, so I kept on trying to find another box to put the everything in. I finally have one, and it's amazing. But I have like 8 packages I still gotta mail out.
A glorious box.
Yeah, dude, it has like it's basically like the entire Apollo collection. I'm having to send your way at this point.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens when you put out so many books, man. Is you're like, oh, I'll just wait till next month because there's another book coming out.
Dude, exactly. That's what happened to Jade, Eric, and Javi too, because I owe them like 3 packages. I was texting Eric like today, like I was like, I don't remember what I've sent you or not, or what you're missing. And I need to figure this out for the new year.
Just live in the fantasy, my dude.
There you go. Do you guys have goals for this year? What's your goals this year? Oh, okay. Bye, Brandon.
I went to go to the chat because somebody left a comment. They said hello. It doesn't show on my end now. I don't know why, but my thumb like slid as my chair turned, and it like my screen went back. You know what I mean? It did a gesture on my trackpad,
Uh-huh.
and it just sent me back. But somebody said hello, and I want to put it on screen. But hello, somebody who just said hello.
One of my goals is to do some anthologies. I think, like try to get into some stuff that I'm not the publisher of.
Yeah, well, we've had like 12
Nice.
anthologies. You could have jumped in over here.
Well, I haven't really focused on that until like even this is something I'm working on for potentially to go into, what did they call it, Lion Cosmique. I might have mentioned that the last time I was on, but I'm working on like a heavy metalish story.
That's cool. Dude, that background looks amazing.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I mean, I last time I was on, I was talking about slow cooking stuff. Like, this is over penciled. Like, this is days and
Blow
days
you up.
like figuring things out. But
How so? Break it down a little bit for me. I have you zoomed in. Give us a little lesson of what you did there.
in this panel.
Yeah. And, like it's one of those things where it looks so cool. I'm like, did you draw that? Like,
Well, it took a long time, but what did I do? I have this little figurine that I kind of posed in like this, and then I looked at references of boots and like spacesuit kind of things. I had this character, probably over 10 years ago. Now there was a show in Syracuse, New York called Fun in Space, and so I just kind of created like a bunch of these Wally Wood bubblehead, bubble helmet type characters. And originally she had like way bigger shoulder pads and like a lot more spikes off her, her arms and legs. And then what was it? It was Eli Schwab did the Comix ringside, the cartoonist kayfabe ringside seats drawing stuff over the pandemic, and one of them was sci-fi themed, I think. And I made a page story featuring this character again. And so this character's like always kind of just been cooking in the background. And she's kind of like the last human, like searching for other human, like other Earth life in the galaxy with a spaceship. And well, that's the story there. Keeping it real simple so that way I can just trick out the art. But a lot of reference with this, and then like kind of pushing the pose a little bit. Like when I drew this originally, the legs weren't that far apart, and I was like, I would want more of that motion of the character walking. Like if you've ever looked at any Steve Mannion artwork, he did Fearless Dawn. He did a fill-in on Captain America in the '90s, but his characters are, like do motion so well, and their legs are always kind of like in motion. And so I've been looking at a lot of Wallace Wood, a lot of Creepy and Eerie magazines where that's really detailed black and white art. And so I'm kind of trying to do my version of that. And then I looked at a lot of like sci-fi backgrounds and illustrations of planets and like little steam things. And so just trying to draw some realistic, not, as real as permits, like rock textures and getting shading. Yeah.
Is that your custom gray like noise tone? or is
No,
that
it's
paper?
just
What?
it's
Oh, okay.
just I shaded in with pencil and I grayscaled the image and paint it back in. But I probably will do that gray tone.
Yeah, I think it looks really good with almost as if it was like toned paper or something.
Yeah,
Great.
when it printed out, I was like, I did have the thought like I could just do this in pencils and it might be better.
Or what you could do is scan your pencils and then scan your inks and then just combine them both as two layers.
That's not a bad way to go. Then you get that nice like the gradation of the tones.
Yeah, and then you also might not have to ink as much. You just have to ink what you really want to be black.
That's true. Like the separation of because I put a white underneath the drawing of this woman here, like
Uh-huh.
just like a white flat shape, and it really separated her from the background.
Yeah,
Like
I think it works really well. Even with the gun on that third panel or like the highlights on her face in the second, I think it looks really good.
yeah. Oh, good thing you reminded me that she does not have the gun holster on this leg. Whoops. Or this
Still
one.
phenomenal.
Oh boy. All right, back to pencils. We'll figure it out. Or I'll just work on it. I'll do that off cam.
Dude, that's sick. Love that.
It's amazing, bro.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
And I gotta say one more. Well, I mean, I could keep talking, I guess. But there's that old EC comic. I don't know. You guys familiar with EC Comics?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
So there was one that I would think it was after the Comics Code came in and basically told them they couldn't do as much, and they were doing this one sci-fi story where the last panel, the whole story is about an astronaut. In the last panel, the astronaut took his helmet off and he was a black man, and the Comics Code was like, you got to change this, and Bill Gaines was like, no, and then they were like, okay, well, like make like because he had like sweat beads on his head, and they're like, well, you got to get rid of that. And he just like published it. He was like, "No, I'm not dealing with this crap."
That's crazy.
So this is my panel. I mean, this character is, definitely an homage to that character too. But the uplighting and stuff like this is specifically designed to be an homage to that panel.
That's sick.
Thank you. Yeah, I like the history.
Yeah, it's always the fun part, dude. Going back to that type of stuff, and just like it's like a good reminder of why we do this. You're like, oh yeah, because it's sick, and I was a fan looking at all this.
Yeah. And like going back to like what's the source? What was this person inspired by? What was this person inspired by? And like going as far back as you can.
Yeah, 100%. Kev was saying goals for this year: finish 3 comics I'm working on now,
Wow.
1 event per month, and continue to learn.
Good goals.
Feel that, dude.
Goals.
Feel that, man. And then Retro was saying, good, looks great, Aaron.
Oh, thank you.
And Kev was also saying, I just got woodwork for Christmas. Love Wally Wood. Check out
jealous.
Rand Holmes too, 70s and 90s Canadian underground comic artist. Ooh.
Nice.
And William Ibanez says Judgment Day, such a great story. But William,
Yeah.
my dude. Yeah, goals. What are you guys trying to do this year? I don't know if I haven't laid out any goals yet because I've been catching up, but have you guys mapped out something for yourself this year?
Yeah, goal 1 is get my shit together, which involves like taking care of all the admin shit and marketing shit and wrapping up all my leftover projects and whatever. That's step 1. So it's doing boring stuff like finalizing website stuff and email lists and getting all the products up and finishing shit. But that's phase 1, and then I've got maybe like 2 books lined up this year, plus some people want to work on some short stories and whatever. So then it's just get to work, put my head down and get to work.
Feel that.
But but I need, I definitely want to put out at least a book this year. So
Yeah, I'm super excited about that. This week I was knocking out all of my like, okay, who needs me this week? Because I'm about to go into like crunch mode, and I need to finish writing some stuff. I owe you some stuff as well. So I was gathering materials for that today. Actually, it was a lot of fun.
oh sweet.
Yeah, a lot of that I'm really excited about, man. Max and I are doing a little short one shot comic.
Nice.
Am I
Pretty
allowed to
hyped about
post
it.
art from that or no?
Yeah, I gotta just send
Okay.
you some references of my dad.
Okay. I just wanted to know if I'm allowed to like show this stuff as I'm working on it or not.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It's a horror show presents book, so it's gonna be part of Jay Louder's line, but it's a cool little like story about my dad I kind of put together. That I was like, you know what, that'd be kind of cool for this.
Nice.
Just turn up the volume a whole lot on it.
Yeah, as of right now, I actually knocked out one of the things that I really wanted to learn, and that was 3D sculpting.
Oh wow.
Not, yeah, I downloaded Nomad. I've been trying to just crack different programs for the last 2 years, and for some reason, just Nomad was so intuitive. But I was able to figure out exactly what I wanted to do in about 15 to 30 minutes. Um, I went and I made a couple of figures just as a test run to see, how the process went and everything. It was relatively cheap to print them all off. Um, Outside of that, though, I've been wanting to do more with animation as well. And apparently, there's some features with Adobe Fresco, which I also use that I guess can help the process along with rigging. So we'll see how that goes.
Ooh,
Yeah, I saw that
dang.
they can do some wiggly stuff with figures. Like you don't even necessarily need to wireframe some of the things that they were showing.
You know what's crazy is I saw there was an Adobe like sample thing that they put out, like a beta feature where you essentially import a 2D drawing and then it'll figure it out for you, and then you can just do character rotations off of a 2D drawing,
Oh yes,
which is crazy.
and some of them were pretty good. Chris Piazik, he has a YouTube channel, and he was testing it out. Some of those came out really good.
And thank you, Knob. Yeah, I'm going to continue doing those fundamentals. It's all built off of like drawbox.com, which is a really great and completely free drawing program that starts from, how to draw a line to how to draw complex organic forms turning in space. So it's real simple, easy homework stuff to do and just get back to making sure those fundamentals are on point. So I'm going to be doing more of those. Has anybody messed around with Procreate Dreams, the Procreate animation app?
Oh no, I think only Artie
Not
has.
yet.
Artie's been killing it with that stuff though. Artie Murphy, if you guys check out his Instagram
Yeah.
or TikTok, probably too.
I used to use an animation program like that in high school, or not in high school, in college on my iPad. So I wish I had Procreate Dreams back when I was in college. It seems pretty powerful, but I don't know.
I had someone tell me at one of my last events that I think they said you're limited whenever it comes to, how many frames per second you can use. Because I think they were trying to make a movie and they couldn't even get half of it done because there was just too many frames. They told me about a few different programs. They said one that they use Maya, and apparently to animate in 3D is a little bit easier than 2D, which I still can't wrap my head around, but I still have yet to kind of check it out. I think I have it downloaded, but just haven't cracked it yet. It'd be cool.
I just love the line of art. Like line art is like so much of my favorite stuff. To like a lot of the 3D stuff, there's no line because it's a 3D object.
Very true.
Like I did a program that focused on 3D animation for a little while, and I think that's when I realized like, I don't want to do this. I want something with a line. And I mean, I know nowadays they can skin stuff with lines and stuff like that, but I was also a kid, so I was just like, and I ended up okay, so it all worked out. But
You know what?
Hey, Max,
Oh, go ahead.
what's the best thing for me to use for like white splatter?
Um,
acrylic, maybe.
yeah, watered down acrylic probably was what I would recommend, or some white gouache.
Yeah.
I believe that's what Ryan Benjamin uses.
The gouache.
The gouache,
No, the the acrylic.
the watered down acrylic. Yeah,
Yes.
it's essentially the same thing actually. Most gouache is very, very similar to acrylic.
Huh.
Yeah, the like actual chemical composite there is pretty much the same.
I put a comment or a question on Jason Shine Alexander post from a while ago when he was adding white to a drawing, and I forget what I said was. I think I was like, oh, did you? I think he had it looked like he had an aquarelle brush that was full
White
of white gouache, but he dips it or something.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, you're right. Because I was watching one of his live streams and asked the exact same question, and it's just an aquarelle brush with water in it.
Yeah.
That he dips straight into a bottle of white gouache.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's just got it all in one instead of mixing it, which is pretty smart, honestly.
Yeah, I haven't played around with that, but I got to do that. That looks so cool when he does that.
We gotta get him on the show because one, he's really cool with me and Max. He also prints with CWS.
Oh hell
And, yeah. And then his art book he prints with us. It's called Spilled Ink, which is hilarious.
I just got a new white ink actually. So, and I got this from Milo for Christmas, but it's a Kuretake Zig white ink. White ink 30 is what it's called, and this is like what manga artists use. Because I've tried Pro White, and Pro White is just like way too thick for me to use effectively, and I don't love the way that it feels. So I've yet to try this, but I'll have to try this out at some point.
So how do you use that? Like, I want to use white more.
It's essentially white ink, is what this is.
Oh, okay, so like use it as like a nib pen or something I could do it with.
Maybe, yeah, or a brush. I think that's the problem with a lot of white inks, right? Is that they're not thin enough to use in a dip pen effectively.
Oh.
And a lot of times they'll just clog up your nib, and then it's messed up.
It's fucked. Oh.
Yeah, but I haven't tried
sense.
this yet. So this could be thin enough to use in a dip pen, especially if manga artists are using it and stuff. I would expect maybe I could use this with a dip pen. I don't know.
Let me know. I'm super curious about that. I'm just like using my Q-tips, and I have some crappy Q-tips right now. I'm trying to just black all this out. I should have used a Sharpie. I should have got a Sharpie.
No, man, no. Use the Q-tip method. It's better.
Yeah, it probably comes out a lot better than the Sharpie.
The Sharpie ink is kind of like purple and weird, and then it also it'll look, and then over time it'll look even more weird.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't think about that. Okay, yeah.
I'll have to see. I've got these that are are nice. Oh, hold on. This is a colored one. Yeah. I've got these Boss markers that have a
Oh
big black
wow.
tip to them.
Oh, nice.
And I really love these, but it is still permanent marker ink, you know. So I don't really know how well it'll age yet.
Well, have you tried oil-based ink?
No, I don't like oil-based ink. I don't love the way it like feels. But that's just my personal preference.
I can understand that and respect it.
It's so crazy how, and you learn a lot of this, like especially because like my day job is custom framing, which is all about art conservation. So you see stuff that's been around for 30, 40, 50 years plus sometimes, you know, and see how the medium will fade or colors fade or things react, which is why you pay a premium for stuff like microns, is because they are acid free and aren't as susceptible to fading over time
Interesting.
compared to stuff like a fine Sharpie. It'll just disintegrate. But like I saw Aaron earlier was using whatever those whiteout pens are called. I forget.
Oh,
The the Presto.
Yeah,
Like that.
that's what I have.
I love Presto, but oh my god, that stuff just deteriorates so fast and becomes like it gets yellow really fast. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Kev
take
says process.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, process question. How do you work through your comic pages, all pencil, inks, colors, or washes at once and rotate through everything, or on one page at a time? I do
Yeah.
like pencil, inks, and then next. And then pencil, inks, and next. And then I'll go through them all digitally to touch them up or do whatever else, like add effects or I just touched up all my letters for my traditional lettering on those Stoner Wars because it just came out so much better once I figured out how to do that. But yeah, I think pencil inks and then move on, and then I do them in like batches on my iPad.
I don't know. It depends on the book for me. You know, if I need to clarify story questions, or like I'm working with somebody else who like has edits or whatever, you know, like I'm gonna do all my pencils first and then all my inks. You know, and then I also do all my stuff hand lettered. But some people want the ability to have script changes, so then I do freaking what the heck was I saying? Oh, then I'll do my letters separately, or you know, like it varies so much depending on the book and project. But I think if I'm working for myself, I'll go back and forth between just doing a bunch of pencils and doing a bunch of inks, and then just doing pencils and inks in the next page. How many grades of non-clear glass? A lot. But you want the good stuff. You need Optium Museum acrylic. That's the best stuff you can get. It's like $1,000 for a light. It's crazy.
Oh, whoa. Using so much ink right now. I just bought more inks too, so I'm not too worried. But
how I'm working on this story is I'm kind of building up all the pages. Well, they're not everything is tightly penciled, but kind of like it's all one big painting, and I'm kind of like trying to build it all up. Like I did all of the roughs and like some decent penciling for the entire story all the way through, so I knew everything that was going to happen. And now I'm just kind of tightening up pencils and inking, but it's not super linear. I actually the back. This is like the beginning of the story. I did pretty detailed pencils for the last 3 pages because in an interview, Mark Miller was talking about how he always has his artists do the end of the story first, so that way they're not running out of gas, like as they get closer to the end of the story. So I've been trying to adopt that, but thinking of it as a painting, I guess, is how I'm working on this right now.
That's a cool tip from Lar. I like that.
Yeah.
It's funny though, because like that's something that I'll struggle with when doing pages, right? Is you do your first page and then by the time you get to maybe page 8 or whatever, you've like found your stride and you know what things are gonna look like.
Yeah.
And then you get to your last pages and you might be rushing or doing whatever. And so it makes stuff inconsistent throughout the book. But it'd be funny to have your last pages be like the inconsistent weird pages. I feel like it'd be, but I don't know.
Yeah, it could. I mean, you could always look back through it and be like, okay, I gotta change this, and this.
Yeah.
But it's nice that, I mean, you definitely experienced this too, where like you're working on the beginning and the middle, and maybe you've done some stuff at the end. So like when you hit a certain point, it's like a cushion, and you're like, oh, okay, I have this mostly figured out. Like this is not like a ton of work; it's figured out. I just need to do, a couple little things. And
no, I like it. Yeah, I think that's actually a really good process to work off of. I think I'm trying to remember who it was that said this, but they were talking about the order in which they do pages, and most often they aren't doing pages 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? What they'll do is they work on their second most favorite page first, and then alternate between pages they're excited to do and not excited to do.
That's smart.
And they do the page that they were looking forward to the most last. Yeah. Or pages that they like had to work out more in their head last to give themselves that time. And then also so that they had something to look forward to.
Yes. It's all about like the mind games to make more progress.
Yeah.
Was that Todd McFarlane?
It could have been because Todd just draws the pages and then rearranges them. I want to say it was JSA that said that, but I could be misremembering.
It could be. Was there a short documentary that he did recently?
Jason?
Yeah.
Maybe, man. I don't know.
I don't think so.
He's in LA, so he's got. And he picks up a lot of jobs doing concept art for
I believe it.
For films and stuff. He just doesn't really talk about it or like show it off all that much. But I know he does it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to when he finally releases a new Empty Zone.
Yeah, dude.
He was working on that Christmas Carol book for a while too, though.
Well, Christmas Carol was a rework. He finished like half of it when he was way younger, and then went through and edited the art so that he could actually do something with the art instead of it just being dead files in his flat file.
Oh shit, that's cool.
Yeah. Which I've got plenty of of dead pages that really aren't going to see the light of day, so I get that.
Yeah, I've got some. Well, eventually it'll be used, but I changed course on a few things. I was doing like a 6-page short story and just changed course. Eventually I'll bring that back to life.
Kev's talking about Sean Crystal's hero panel, which is a good approach. I know Danny Warren Johnson operates on that same principle, There's got to be at least one showstopper panel a page.
Yeah. Jade was telling me about that actually. Yeah.
And DWJ also is pretty big on having at least one full figure in every page too.
Oh, that's cool.
So you can have a sense of scale and establishment and background and stuff. So yeah, one showstopper and then one where you get to see the entire character's body.
Ooh, it's a lot of black.
You could have just filled that in on like your iPad.
Nah, but I want to do like the gua. I want to like throw some like splatter on it. You know what I mean? And I did all the other pages traditional. You know what I mean? I need to have the back cover traditional at least. I just like, dude. This is how much I got done on my iPad. Check it out. Like I did it on my iPad. Like I just redid it right now, touched up a couple things, but I wanted it traditionally. I felt really bad if like out of everything the back cover wasn't done like that. I think it would throw the book off, a little zine off. More work, but hey. I mean, I'm gonna touch it up on my iPad anyways, which is stupid. Like I'm gonna add Zipatone and shit on it, you know what I mean? I could have all done it there. Whatever. I think this is a cool little piece.
Let's just say you have it, you know.
Yeah.
And you also haven't done that before either. So it's good to have and say you've done it.
Yeah, exactly. So I guess I'm gonna get some gouache or something if you guys have some recommendations so I could do some white splatter. All I have is white out. I know it's gonna get not the best.
Just don't get the bottom of the barrel shit, but you'll be fine.
I have the Winsor Newton Chinese white, or no, designer's gouache. I think that's what I have.
Nice. Michaels.
You know,
you could even just pick up. Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry, bro. You go ahead. Actually,
you could just pick up a Liquitex acrylic white and water it down, and you'll be fine.
No, I was just thinking that it'd be pretty interesting to have an anthology between, us or, whoever. I'm just looking at like the different art styles and such here. I'm thinking like there could be a ton of amazing storytelling just all in one book, but it'd be cool.
Max and I, we're trying to do our Spilled Ink like year one zines and whatnot. Max finished his. I didn't finish mine. It's gonna be my next project after this for sure on my iPad. But I would love to do something like that because everyone's done certain pages of the show. And so like putting something together, and now with like POD, like just print on demand makes stuff like that more accessible because like we're not having to like pay for it all. We can just be like, oh, I want a copy, and we'll just get it done like that, and make it accessible to everybody.
It would be kind of a crazy idea, Brandon. Well, first of all, I think at some point we should put together a hardcover, and then have actually like everybody's stuff in there, like a big coffee table book.
Yeah, I would love to. We would love to do that.
So that would be cool. But what would be crazy is either over 1 week or 2 week, get as many people on the show as we can, and then like write out either some sort of script or something, and then everybody gets a page, and so we're all simultaneously working on.
That'd be cool.
A page of the book.
I think that would work really well for like doing like writing off of Greg's idea there.
Yeah, and do two, and then essentially it's either 2 hours or 4 hours for a page. It's low commitment, and it's like, you're kind of just rushing to get whatever done. But the script's already written for you, and you have your page assigned ahead of time, so you can like plan it out. But yeah, it'd be cool to do that live and get as many people as we can in.
I think Dan would love to do that. We use some CWS like story, an ink story. That'd be fun. Nice.
Story about ink.
Yeah, kind of like what we did with the Baltimore cover. You know what I mean? It'll have this type of vibe
Yeah.
where we all did our own take on it. You know?
But it'd just be a fun experiment, you know. It's kind of like 24-hour
Yeah.
comic day, but it's 24 artist comic day.
I like that better.
Dude, maybe we map that out for the second half of the year.
I'm down.
We get 24 episodes, and we're just getting art in and whatnot too. We can show pages as they're made.
Wait,
And we get
that's
this
what I'm
building
saying.
comics for the year.
We could do it in 2 weeks and get 12 artists on. Oh,
Oh yeah,
you
per
know.
week. Yeah, that makes way more sense. Yeah,
That
like
way,
24
not a-
episodes.
If it's just us, sure, but like let's get other people in on it. Unless you're trying to make
Yeah,
a 100 book, man.
No, I was like thinking like we'd have 24 people. Like we still do the 24 people thing, but every week you have someone doing a page. But then what are you and me doing for 24 weeks? At that point, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, we're just sitting there watching
yeah.
them.
Yeah, we're just like, no. Yeah, that'd be sick.
But even like at most, right? You take 4 weeks to do it, six artists a week, and then and then it takes a month to do the book.
Yeah, we could totally pull that off.
I think so. And you can
That'd be
take
a
the
fun
back
event.
cover, Brandon.
No,
I'm just teasing you because today's back cover day.
we circle back to back cover day, and that's when I'll do it.
You've got
then-
so much practice that you can own that back cover, man.
It sucks because there's so much I'm gonna do on my iPad after this too. I wish I could just scan it in and finish it. I don't have the materials to finish this back, but I was pretty hyped. It's like a sticker design almost too. You know what I mean? I'm gonna put the Apollo logo right here,
Well,
and then splatter.
you could actually, you know what? You could do what I told you for last time. I think we talked about it during this comic kills fascists, where you do some black splatter and then invert it and lay it over digitally.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, let me see. Yeah, but I did white splatter on that. That had white splatter on it too.
Yeah. Did you do white splatter, or I thought we talked about you doing a black ink splatter and then just
No.
inverting it. Oh, okay.
No,
You can do
yeah,
both.
You could do both, indeed.
but I'm gonna cover this. Like I'm gonna cover this part when I do it too. Like I just want the black to have the spacey white splatter
Yeah.
everywhere. You know,
Uh-huh.
that's what I was thinking. So I use this card specifically to make sure of that size. So I was like, all right, at least I'll figure that out. But I have to touch up something on my iPad right now for that Captain Apollo cover I did.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna use that for a couple things, so I gotta touch that up. Do that for the next 30 minutes.
Are you guys
Fun.
doing a Kickstarter for Kills Fascist Dose? Or
Yes, dude, we have a
Kickstarter for it?
year. We have let me roll down the months right here. January OS number 3, February Super Guy number 2 because we just onboarded Anthony, and we're actually gonna have Joey the artist on the show February 5th. I'm really hyped for that. So let's see, March is IPN. It's probably nothing, which Max lettered and designed. Pretty hyped about that book coming out too. It's been a minute. And then April, we kind of take off, which is nice. You never know what's going to pop up, but hopefully rest, catch up on stuff. And then May is Fake Your Death. That's what we're aiming for there. Pretty hyped about that. That's my book with China Rosemaria. And Max is designing and lettering, and Eric's help. Actually, Eric here is editing and helping with some design work as well. And then in June is Finding Kismet, where our dude Nobi over here was doing variant 4 with our dude Jeff DeMars. And then July is this comic Cos Fascist Dos, the big beautiful comic, big beautiful book. Um, I'm really hyped about that. We just went through submissions and narrowed it down like crazy. Um, it's exciting. But we have a couple more things kind of getting made for the book, so it's going to look like around 70 pages probably.
Sheesh.
Man.
Yeah, be a good one. Be a good side. Not our biggest, but it's going to be really good for that. We might even do a deluxe edition because we never crowdfunded the first one. We just released it. But we might do a deluxe edition, like a hardcover, limited just to like X amount, you know?
And combine both.
Yeah, and combine both.
It's a good idea.
I think that'd be sick. So that people catch up who don't know about it. But also we'll offer it as a single issue as well, still, like always. But that
If you
book sells, dude.
If you badge me enough as you guys are getting the files ready, I'll try and send you the positive mental attitude page. But I'm distracted. Because that's what I made that page for. It actually, I don't know if I told you this, it got printed in a Seattle mutual aid newspaper.
What? I don't remember. Why don't I remember this?
Probably because I didn't tell you. But yeah, there's a guy called Barnsauer, who put together a mutual aid comics newspaper down in Seattle, and so I sent in my positive mental attitude strip.
Oh, yes. Send that to me. What the fuck? I want that in there.
All right, I'll send it to you. I gotta track down the file.
Yeah, I want that. But yeah, this guy cleaned it up. It's on my iPad now. We're gonna add some textures,
Nice.
beef it up a little bit. So, guess it's appropriate. This actually came out really good on a scan. I'm really happy with it. Pretty sick. iPad stuff is fun though. I'm enjoying it. Now that I've really gotten used to it and I could like use my pencil and like it doesn't feel awkward, you know, after doing hours and hours of stuff on it, it's great. It's cool. It's figuring out how, when you're going overboard though. That's my big thing.
Yeah.
It's like I need to know when to stop sometimes.
I know. I want to figure out how to limit or like maybe even disable zooming on it.
If mine was big enough, I would do that. But mine's not the biggest iPad. I need to zoom.
Yeah, mine either. I only have an 11-inch.
That's how
I think mine's like 10.5. I think.
That must be it.
I know. I have the size up. I think mine's a 13-inch.
Oh yeah, I would. That makes sense. Yeah, I would do that. Or I would play with that. I don't know if I would do that, but I'd experiment with it for sure.
That seems like a good size screen. I keep getting tempted by looking at the new Wacom things that they've released, but I really don't need another drawing device.
I got Milo a new Huion drawing tablet. And it's pretty nice. Yeah. So he's been messing around on Affinity and using his computer and the drawing tablet.
I've been trying to get the new Affinity to work on my computer lab. I haven't been able to get it to work yet, but luckily they did have the previous version in the lab.
Oh, cool.
To work with. And I did just get there's the Wacom 1 line, which is like an entry-level line.
Yep.
Of drawing tablets. My school district got me the 14 one, which is still a very good tablet. It just doesn't have touch function. But that's the one I'm piloting to potentially get a lab set of that.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So, and I've been testing. It's really nice to work with. It's really all about that finish. Like it's got a matte finish to it that's very textured.
Yeah. If it's nice to draw on, then you'll be fine. You know, you can work around some of the other like technical whatevers, but
yeah.
If it feels bad to draw on, then it's pretty useless.
Yeah, and plus, I want the kids to learn shortcut keys and stuff, so it'll be good for them to use the keyboard and do all that other stuff.
Yeah.
You know, this isn't a bad thing necessarily. It's only if you're trying to be like, I don't know. I hate to use the word pretentious, you know what I mean? But like along those lines. But like you could be so sloppy on digital work and it doesn't
Oh
matter.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like you could I'm just like scribbling like this whole part right now, you know what I mean? Like cuz it's all going to be the same shade. But like I try to like be really intricate and try not to be like that still. But it's crazy how when you go doing that digital part right now, I had to focus so hard and that took so much like thought. Here I could just like space out a little bit and not do, you know? It's crazy.
that's not a
You can
bad
be very
strategy.
intricate though, but you know.
Do your traditional stuff, and then when you get tired, switch over to digital.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's very true too. Yeah, there's always digital
Pretty
stuff to be
much.
done. I found that if I turn down the whatchamacallit, the opacity on my layer I use for um my like screen tones and whatnot, like it makes them look a lot better.
Yeah. No, actually that makes sense because true screen tone isn't, well, one, it isn't clear. So the negative space would still be like a 10% gray or something.
Uh,
And then the dots themselves also have that like slightly translucent material over
yeah,
them. So the dots themselves are like a 80%, 90% gray or something. So yeah, that makes sense. Turning the opacity down. That's cool.
I did a screen print forever ago. It was like of these kids looking up at an eclipse, and it was off of pencil line was like the dark line, and then I did halftones on it, and I had the printer I was working with use a metallic silver for the halftones, which was like really subtle, but it came out really cool.
that's rad.
Yeah, I think I still have some of those prints somewhere.
I think the only halftone that we've screen printed was for the Shadow anthology. For those
Oh,
posters that
really?
we,
Oh, wow.
because we mostly just work with bolder stuff. Don't do a lot of halftone.
Yeah. That's why I had a print shop print it for me because I'm not messing with halftones.
They're fun to do.
Yeah, I imagine so.
It's kind of like it's kind of like a magic trick.
Yes.
How it feels.
I have done some screen printing work. Like I used to have to lead some student groups at a college, and I would have to prep screen prints, and they would show up and print them. And man, I'm not good at that process of like burning and washing things out. It is tough.
It is tough. And then when things don't print right, and you do want it to be clean,
Yep.
it's a nightmare to troubleshoot.
I can recall one time they were going to print some design. I can't remember what it was, but I literally had 10. I put emulsion on 10 screens, burned it 10 times, and I was like, I hope to God one of these comes out good. And I was washing them. It was getting closer and closer to the start time. I blew out the emulsion in the first one, blew out the emulsion in the second one, on and on and on. And then I got to the final one, and it washed out just good enough. And then the first kid like came down the stairs, and I was like, oh, thank God. This is gonna work. And then we printed it. It was good, but it was very sweaty.
Let me zoom in, and we'll show kind of what happens when you screen print stuff and it just shit happens.
Yeah.
We'll see if it'll focus. Yeah, it's focused.
Yeah.
So like a great example is like, okay, so here's like a pretty clean print off of it. You
Oh, that
know,
looks great.
Oh,
it's sharp, it's nice, it's it's what you want. And then this happens on the next one.
Oh
Yep.
man.
Dude.
And you're like, what the hell happened? And this is from overprinting. So essentially a little bubble of ink is still on the underside of the screen. And then when you press it down and squeegee through, you'll get essentially 2 dots of ink down, and then it spreads out, or there's air bubbles or whatever. But this is from overprinting. Then you'll get like just weird stuff like this. There's like this weird texture in the black.
Yeah.
It's
There's
just
a
the
little
same.
fade.
Yeah, from from bubbles in the ink, or differences in pressure or whatever. This one also is slightly double printed, so you'll see like it's a solid black here, and then there's a faded black here, and that's because the screen moved at some point during the printing process. But there's all sorts of examples of that. Let me actually find. Let me see. Where is it? Yeah, so like the other thing you got to be careful of is stuff like this. So the transparency wasn't bold enough when we burned the screen, so a lot of the detail here just got blown out, and it won't print very well. And that's just how it's going to be unless you reburn the entire screen. But it's it's pretty high fidelity, and like I like that there's effects happening and weirdo stuff that just each one's unique.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, screen printing's really cool, and there's a lot. It's a very complex art form.
Yes, for sure. And so I'm glad to know people that know more about it than I do. That I can.
I enjoy like the science and like the troubleshooting of it, but I know very little about actually like effectively doing the process. That's all Milo, and I've learned pretty much everything from him. So
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. That's something I'd like to learn in the future, but I just need a little more time.
Oh yeah. True statement.
Yeah.
Yeah, the texture is so cool. It's crazy, but man, even to like learn how to do that, like I wouldn't have a spot to do that either. Which I'm just like, damn.
we do it. We do it in the tiniest bathroom you could possibly imagine. Is where we do all the burning of the screens and coding and stuff like that. And then
Really?
literally in the tiniest bathroom you can imagine is where we do it at. And then we print it right here on the big drafting table.
Oh, that's wild.
We do have a platen for t-shirts, but for posters and stuff we don't do anything on the platen really.
You're a brave soul.
Yeah. Well, we don't have the space to do it elsewhere, but we still want to do it, So you make it work.
When I had that job with this local college out here, they took over like an asbestos-filled basement, and there was like an old shower room. This place looked like a horror movie. But we built an exposure unit, and we built a washout thing. And man, I don't know how I would have done that without that, because it would have been totally impossible without that stuff.
Yeah. Have you ever seen the like vacuum tables?
Yes, at print shops. Yes.
Yeah, those are sweet. I've seen some DIY plans on how to build them, just with like a shop vac. And I was tempted on our last on our last print run, there's just so many problems and stuff that we had to kind of like troubleshoot to get how we wanted it to. And I was like, man, I might just build a vac table, but we ended up not doing that. We just worked through it.
Yeah.
But they're pretty sweet. They're real crazy.
Yeah, there used to be a print shop like just a couple blocks down from where we used to live, and the job I had, we would have to do T-shirts and stuff, and I would always convince my boss to go with that print shop because after work I could literally just walk down the street and like pop into the back and be like, "Hey guys, how's it going?" And be like, "Oh, this print's coming out cool," and I would like try to learn from what they were doing. And they had a vacuum sealed table, and they could get some really nice, sharp detail.
And registration is like not a problem at all then, and like yeah.
Like that's part of the reason that I did that print with them was it was not clear bold line art. It was very scratchy pencil marks, and they made it, unless you got really up close to it, it looked like a pencil drawing.
Yeah, I mean that's what's so amazing about screen printing is, you know, you can do massive prints and it's super high fidelity and you can do all sorts of crazy stuff. It's really cool.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. I'm adding like grays to this like smoke background and whatnot. I think it's gonna look really cool.
Hell yeah. It's amazing just what one more tone can do, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I feel like it's already helping this cover up. Woo.
I forget what it's called, but Milo really wants to learn how to do this like form of printmaking that was the first way to get like a full spectrum of gray before photography and stuff like that. And it's literally like a copper plate that you take, and then there's like a special tool called a shovel, and you create all of these micro dimples into the entire sheet of copper, and then slowly start knocking them back to create your like shades of gray up to black.
Oh, wow,
that's pretty cool.
But I mean, it takes. I mean, like just to even prep the plate, it takes like hundreds of hours because you're literally putting like really tiny dimples into a giant plate of copper. And I'm like, what the hell is, you know, like, you know, we just have like a laser printer now. It's cool. I appreciate the art form and you know, preserving those techniques, but it is an absurd amount of work and it's crazy.
Yeah, but there might be like I'm sure there is some kind of like unique texture or something that
Yeah.
achieved with that process.
Yeah, for sure.
And then you can do it once and sample it.
Yeah. I think you would do it once and then just be like, I'm done. And
Yeah.
Yeah,
open it up
yeah.
box, you know? You're like, I don't want to look at this again.
I was like, damn, these green tones taking forever, and I was like, oh, I could adjust my brush size and just kill it. Never mind. That's on me. Oh, we're entering the last few minutes of the show, though. This is it. This was a great first episode back. I'm not gonna lie. I got some traditional work in. I got some digital work in. We got a new guest on the show. We covered a lot of cool stuff. You guys are all just doing cool stuff right now. I'm really hyped about this year.
Aaron
you have a
spilled
really cool
ink.
idea.
Oh,
I literally spilled ink.
yeah.
Quite literally. I'm gonna record a new intro, and actually maybe I'll have Max do it too. But like we're doing a new logo for Spilled Ink, so maybe we'll like draw it and we'll just do it'll show us
Time-lapse?
drawing it. Yeah, time lapse. That's what I'm trying to say. So yeah, we're gonna be doing that, or maybe RD will do an animated one if he can pull that off. It'd be sick too, but we'll find out.
Yeah, either
But
or.
dude, we have so much happening with CWS. We got the print shop, a new episode coming out Tuesday, next Tuesday, and then I'll be out. The last no wait no I'm here all January except all January I'm here. Never mind. I'm thinking about February. Never mind. Getting ahead of myself.
What's
But
up?
yeah, we got a new episode of the Print Shop coming up. Really hyped about that show. Make sure to check out the last two episodes if you guys haven't. We have Anthony Marquez, the president of the Kubert School on Inspired Inc. Monday night. Super hyped. Join our Discord. We have so much cool stuff coming to it. New channels coming and a lot of interaction. That's how we got Greg over here on the show. Super hyped. So please, if you want to come on the show, just let us know. Literally, just tell me. Just we'll get you on. Just how easy it is. But let's do a little round table. Say hi to everybody. Max, what'd you work on tonight? Show us what you did.
Hold on, I'm snipping this. Okay, I went ahead and started just sewing and binding the spilled ink Tober zines. So these are the 4 that I ended up getting done, and then I've got 3 more that I've got to sew together still. But these are available at artofmf.com, which will take you to murderofmagpies.org, where I host it. But yeah, these are available now. There's only 31 of these. They're screen printed on Strathmore heavyweight paper by us, and then as you can see, they were cut and bound by yours truly. There's also the Spilled Ink Year 1 zine up on there, and all my other comics, and I'm going to be updating that shop pretty regularly now. So yeah, check that out.
Hype, super hype. Greg, why don't you tell us? Also, Max. Oh wait, you already gave your socials. No, never mind. Yeah, you gave your shout outs. Greg, why don't you tell us what you worked on and where to find your stuff and anything else you want to shout out?
I appreciate you. Right now, I'm working on the cover for Gutstone. I got a little bit of color down, a little bit of shading. Still need to work on some background, but I was like, you know what? I really wanted to round out this character a little more. You can find me on Instagram at Greg Diggs. That's DIGGS_comics. From there, I have a bunch of links to all my other socials and such, but I'd say I'm most active on Instagram.
Love it, dude. So glad that you came on tonight, man. It was a blast hanging, blast talking to you. Definitely gotta get on the next couple weeks so you could wrap up that book too.
Yeah, I would definitely appreciate that. It's been a wonderful experience. I really thank you guys for having me on.
Hell yeah, man. And we have Aaron Z. Lee over here looking. Gosh, dude, that stuff looks so good.
Thanks,
so
man.
good.
I'm having a blast doing some traditional inks. I haven't done traditional inked comics since I did a darker image for the Ringside Seats group for Cosmic Lion. So I mean, like for story pages, but I'm liking how it's coming together.
Yeah, man, it looks great.
It's part of
clean.
Thank you.
What were you using? Well, I don't know if I asked about your tools today.
It's this FP5M Pentel.
Oh, okay, cool. That's all you used?
I used both of these. They were both of these kind of like barrel squeeze. Like ink pens. They're my weapon of choice. They're very reliable.
Feel that. I always use either my my Pentel, my black one I've used for like 2 years now, or this blue one. Always classic.
They're my favorite, yeah. And I'm Pens and Pedals on Instagram. My latest book out now is the Halloween special. I actually did a combined edition of this where it has both my Halloween special with the 3 new spooky stories, and then I put the First Snow, which is like the Christmas or holiday or winter special, on the back side of that. So,
that's awesome.
Yeah, it came out so good. And then I've got like, what is it, Spirit of the Shadows, Nick Cognetti. It's coming out this month. Here's his artwork that he did for the Was of the Robot story. And I was talking about Steve Mannion earlier. I was lucky enough to get him to do a commission too for the character. So tons of bonus art in there too.
Nice.
Super happy.
What's hype, dude? Super cool.
Hell yeah.
Super hype you jumped on today, Aaron. Love having you on the show too. So
Yeah,
super
thanks for having me.
appreciate it.
I'll try to be on more.
And- Yeah, no, we'll keep taking you. But cool, dude. We actually ended on time. That's so rare. I don't know if that's ever really happened.
What about
But
Eric,
that was
man?
Oh my god, Eric! Dude, there's more people typically. I still staring at Eric forever too. Eric, tell us about OS3. Tell us what you drew. What is that? That looks insane.
That is an old man in ambiotic fluid. So
Nice.
It's for we have a little offshoot of Outer Space called OS Shorties. So this is the back cover to the 3rd issue. That's the first cover of the 3rd issue, or the front cover of the 3rd issue, with the same old man, but just not in fluid. But yeah, we have Outer Space 3 launching on Kickstarter Tuesday the 13th. The pre-launch page is up. You can find it at Outer Space Comic on Instagram, or Eric and Allred on Instagram. It's my personal page. And then, if you want to pick up Outer Space 1 or 2, it's on. And Max Flowers actually did a wonderful right here, variant of issue 2 that we showed that original from, but there it is in all its wonderful
Oof,
color.
so good, dude. Love that cover so much.
But yeah, super hyped on issue 3 coming out. So check us out on Instagram and follow the pre-launch page and watch us raise money. I don't know.
And Eric is also editing new episodes of Cats, Comics, and Coffee too for us. So that'll come back next week as a weekly show, which I'm pretty hyped about. You guys will get a segment a week, which I'm just excited to bring that back. That was so much fun. So thank you, Eric.
Yeah, no problem.
Love it. Well, thank you guys. Oh, wait, I guess I'll show you guys what I did. I wrapped up my cover here. I just got to do my gouache. Bam. I'm actually pretty proud of that, dude.
That's
That's pretty sick, man.
So, like, it's a spin-off of, like, the Jedi symbol. You know what I mean? Like, that's what... Let me see if I can find a photo real fast. The Jet High. Oh, man. Eric. We have transformed it. So, that's the Jedi, like, symbol right there. You know, check that out. Yep. And then this is the Jet High symbol.
Yeah.
And then I got to just add some texture to you probably can't tell on this. No, you can't tell at all, but whatever. I added some texture.
That looks great, though.
So I'm working on that. Thank you. Super hyped about that. But other than that, check out Apollo City Comics at apollocitycomics.com. We have a bunch of new stuff happening, like the OS3 Kickstarter and then Super Guy and then all the other stuff I listed an hour ago. So please follow us, keep up with CWS, and check out my Substack too. I should promote that more. Yeah, please sign that up. Hit me up on Instagram. Y'all have been great. Y'all have a great night.